Hi, I'm Mankaran, and for our capstone this year, we decided to work with Raspberry Pis to make our first ever cluster computer for STEM. A Raspberry Pi is a low-cost, small single-board computer, mostly used for Linux and Python coding. The grade 10 class used them for camera software for Quails. We connected Raspberry Pis together into a cluster computer to compare speed and performance to a regular Raspberry Pi. A cluster computer is several computers joined together to act as one. We ran a simple image processing test between the two Pis, seeing how much faster the cluster is compared to the Raspberry Pi. Think of the cluster computer as a small business, right? It's like McDonald's. There's an employer/boss, and for the cluster computer, that's the main or master node. They control tasks and commands and just dish out jobs. But there are also employers and workers who also carry out tasks and follow those commands. For the cluster computer, these are the other Raspberry Pis. They get commands from the master Pi and just do them within milliseconds. Just like a business, the more employees you have, the more work can be done to finish the task faster. The use of cluster computers and supercomputers have been very popularized, and most major companies use them for data or creating upcoming new technology. Cluster computers allow us to execute multiple tasks at the same time and always manage how much processing power you want where, and the use of memory.
We learned a lot more about configuration, and we were able to make the first successful cluster computer in STEM. We learned a lot on managing and accessing 3 different Raspberry Pis. We would have configured the Raspberry Pi so we don't have to log into each one separately when we wanted to reboot. Besides one minor inconvenience, however, the cluster works smoothly. There is a lot of expansion for this project, seeing as this is the first working cluster computer for STEM. You can use the cluster computer to render images and run more complex scripts. We can have a random image generator or even expand on the current image render. We would like to look into making more NFTs using this cluster computer, such as a random color generator.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the rest of Temp Talks.